let's birth some myths this time. So people hear trauma and think it's only car crashes or war. But you have explained before that trauma can be subtle too. So how do you explain that? Please shed some light on this.
There's definitely a misunderstanding of what trauma is. Trauma can be anything that pushes your nervous system beyond its ability to cope. So this can be big events or even smaller moments that accumulate over or experiencing like ongoing tension. So trauma isn't what happened, it's about how your body experienced it. I'll give you an example. Like two people can go through the same thing, like an accident. One walks away fine, the other one walks away traumatized. Because if there was no one that supported that person after it happened, the body holds on to that experience and it stays stuck until it feels safe enough to process it. Actually, we do store trauma like in the body. It gets stored even in the tissues. So that's what we carry into like adulthood. We carry these traumas with us, the traumas that were not resolved, they were not processed. So we need to be aware of that. And this brings me to a really important point. Why do we need to resolve this unresolved trauma? So when our nervous system holds on into those past experiences, they show up in our daily life. It shows up as stress and anxiety, self-doubt, and even physical symptoms. So until we process that trauma, it continues to influence how we react in the world, and often in ways that we don't like, and you might say like, why did I do this? Why did I get triggered? Why did this happen? Why did I react this way? This is because you have unprocessed trauma in the body. So this is why it's very, very crucial, because it can free us from being stuck in stress and anxiety and negative patterns.
So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why many times therapists and counselors uh, suggest that when somebody talks to you about their trauma, you should not make it a whose trauma is bigger debate, because two people can take the experience in a different way, right?
Yes, and it's very like personal. Like no one could tell you this is not traumatizing, because to your nervous system, that experience was traumatizing. So exactly, you can't say I experience more pain. It's not a competition, first of all. And second of all, you don't like something small to this person, like you think it's small. To them, this could feel like so big, as if like something else you would say like, oh, this is very traumatic. So these things are very like personal. It's very like internal. So never tell anyone like, oh, this is not traumatic. I think this is not traumatic. It's not about what you think. It's about that person experienced in their body.
Yeah, actually, there was a very interesting, I won't say case study, but a very interesting thing that I got to know last year. So when soldiers used to come back from world wars, most of them got really traumatized and they became very suicidal, but not everyone. So when the
Yeah.
study was conducted, they got to know that people who had higher IQ were not that suicidal, whereas people who had little lower IQ, they were getting into more suicidal thought process. Now, understandable that that's a literal
Interesting.
war.
Yeah.
So that's that people getting traumatized out of it is not something that we don't expect to happen. Of course, you're seeing people dying next to you, you will get traumatized. But now that
Yeah,
also
it's
connects me with
very
the thing
traumatizing.
that you told. Yeah. So
I wonder I wonder if they had, because they had higher IQ, that means they try to find ways to help them get better rather than just having higher IQ. I wonder, like I would need to like look into that, but that's very interesting study. Yeah.
yeah, so I was just thinking about it. Like let's say, okay, those were the people who were put into same experiences, but still came out and saw it differently. So I mean, I think it applies everywhere. It applies with
Yeah.
the people who sit in normal lives too, because you never know who is taking what kind of experience in
Yeah,
what way.
exactly. We need to have more compassion and awareness of this. Like, this is why I love that some businesses are actually implementing this even in sales, because they understand that some people are traumatized and they're not going to push their products onto them. They're not going to take advantage of them. They're going to be aware that, okay, this person is dysregulated, this person is, like shutting down. So they are trying to be more compassionate even when it comes to sale, which is like extremely beautiful when you think about it. Yeah.
So basically it means that any trauma can cause any sort of result. And it's not like that only dramatic traumas are the ones that cause bigger issues with the mind. It can be anything. It could be something very basic as well. It's just how.
Exactly. Like it's, I think personally, I had a complex history of trauma. So for me, it's best to go see someone trauma trained, okay? Because they will understand things that just me studying it theoretically will take me forever to heal myself. And I do need that safety. So a therapist who's trauma trained will create the perfect environment for me to heal, you know? So me versus me going and learning everything I need to know, which can also be overwhelming and overstimulating to my nervous system. And this might dysregulate me more, might, you know, I might re-traumatize myself because I think I know what I'm doing. And I start doing this and this and this, but I'm doing it from a survival state. So so it's very like the coach or someone who's an expert also in nervous system work, they understand these nuances. They can see like the bigger picture. They've been studying this for a long time. They're putting different modalities together. They don't just use like regulating tools. This is just the beginning. This is only scratching the surface. But when you go to a trade professional, someone ideally who's certified, who understands this work properly, they will know how to help you in the most like efficient way. They're not going to overwhelm you. They're not going to try to push things on you that are not necessarily. They're going to meet you where you are. They're going to understand where you are, what you're dealing with, and give you like the most, like the best way for you. So it's very personalized. It's not like one size fits all.
Right. Many times I've seen many people who uh, think that if they just keep pushing through, so that is a sign of strength.
That's survival. Like that's when you are, I need to get this done. If I don't, and I can do it, and that's not healthy at all. You can only do that for so long before you come crashing down. It's very important to understand you can have the life that you desire without sacrificing your health. I think this culture really how do you say, like rewards people who keep achieving, and it completely ignores that a lot of this achievement comes at the cost of our health. You know, it's like in school. When did health come into the picture? It's just like get grades, do better, achieve more, and you'll get rewarded. And we go into, you know, the work system with the same idea. I need to, you know, achieve more and then I'll be happy. I need to do more, then I'll be happy. When I get this, then this promotion, then I'll be happy. When I travel, then I'll be happy. And what happens, we're just all these years like achieving, and just like going into that cycle without really feeling our bodies, without resting, without enjoying the present moment. And then life feels like a blur. You're like, where did all these years go? Because you were just so like tunnel visioned on achieving. And you don't get to enjoy your life. You don't get to, you know, stop and listen to your body and connect with people and do the things that really makes you feel safe and good and here. And you need to understand that your worth is not tied to your achievement. This is not a healthy thinking. And I had that mindset, and a lot of people do. We feel if we achieve more, if we do more, then we are something. We did it, we made it. But this is not a healthy mindset, because this is what pushes you to completely ignore your health and just focus on your achievement.
Yeah, I totally relate to that. That hits hard, definitely. I think generally the high performing folks, they are into this mindset that if I keep pushing, if I keep doing, achievement is going to make me happy. That I think, yeah, it definitely is a very unhealthy thought process.
I had the achiever part of me that came out because of trauma. So I had so much trauma in my life over like 15 years. I was extremely traumatized from my stepfather, who was alcoholic, abusive. So that achiever part became very strong in me, and it was trying to protect me, to keep me safe. So I had this life of way of thinking that I got into stocks and doing day trading, which is very like taxing on my health. So I kept sacrificing my health for the idea of safety. I was actually safe after a while. After my stepfather got out of the picture, I was safe, but my mind and my nervous system kept thinking I wasn't safe. So it sacrificed everything for like 7-8 years for the sake of feeling safe, you know, for achievement, because I kept thinking if I get more money, and honestly, no matter how much money I was making, and I was making a lot, it didn't feel enough. And that's what a lot of people go through. They keep thinking more money will solve my problems, more money will make me safe. And then I realized, like, I changed, I went out of it. I started following my passion, and I started feeling safe. I'm building a business now on helping people who went through the same kind of thinking, like they're high achiever. I'm helping them understand that they don't have to live this kind of life. They can feel safe, and you can make enough money to feel safe, and you can achieve your goals without sacrificing your health. So this is what I'm passionate about now, and it completely changed my reality. Like, doing this work really helped me, and I had two trained, amazing women to help me through my own journey, and I'm learning from them. They're experts in this work. So I'm not like just teaching people things that I learned on the internet. I'm actually getting certified. I want to bring the best to the people, because this is a little bit of my achiever side still there. I want to do the best for the best, but I'm doing it in a way without sacrificing my health. I'm very aware of what's happening. I'm aware of my body. I'm done with these days. So yeah, very excited for helping people.
Yeah, I mean, I should say that I'm totally proud of you. I mean, it takes a lot of strength to, accept it and then work on it. Many people just accept it and they choose not to actually cure it. And you have been able to identify the problem,
Yes.
solve the problem, and then also making sure that you help others to solve that problem as well. I mean, that is something really, really commendable. Okay, that was.
You said something important. You said something that a lot of people they know this and they choose not to work on it. It's true. And this is why, like, people who do this work, they're really gonna experience such peace. Their life, their reality is gonna change, because, like we said, the nervous system creates your reality. And at the end, I truly believe these are the true winners in life. People who get to really enjoy their life. They're gonna experience a quality life, versus those people who just sacrifice their health just to make the millions, or to get the house or the car, and then they end up miserable, feeling empty and satisfied. I'm not saying everyone who is on this path experiences that, but a lot of people do. So you have to choose. Do you want a quality life? Do you want to enjoy your life? Or do you end up not really enjoying it because you've been living in survival mode most of your life to get those things?
Yeah, I think there is also a culture that has uh, been formed in such a way from past decades, that more you work, more you achieve, that becomes a measure of your success and happiness. But many people don't understand it. They just keep going on in the same track, same path, and it gets too late by the time they actually realize that, okay, it was not how it was supposed to be.
Yes, and that's why I love that this work is becoming more mainstream. Like now it is like there's a big movement online. People are starting to get curious about it. It reminds me of those days when manifesting became viral. At first it took time, and then everyone was like, oh, I'm manifesting. This is the same thing. But the beauty about this actually works. Like, I personally spent 10 years trying to fix myself from all this trauma. Okay. And it was so brutal because I didn't have the right tools. I didn't understand my body. I was just trying journaling, meditation, going to a therapist, taking depression medicine. Nothing worked. Like, it was so exhausting. And trying different healing modalities like NLP, CBT. Some of these things, they help, but not when you're extremely traumatized. But this work doesn't just help people who are extremely traumatized. It helps everyone, because we all have the same nervous system. But imagine how much it changed my life, even though I had. And this can help you increase your productivity, your performance, your energy. You can even make more money. Your health becomes better. You have more success. You'll be able to hold it. So a lot of people, let's talk about self-sabotage. They are able to reach certain level of success, but because they don't have boundaries, they're not used to this kind of success and pressure, they end up, let's say, self-sabotaging it. But in reality, they're not just self-sabotaging. It's just the nervous system sees this as dangerous, and then it starts, doing things to push it away because it's controlling the show, right? But exactly, some people, they end up spending their money. They end up, on purpose. They feel like on purpose they're ruining their success. by procrastinating or, just stopping and disappearing for a while. So when you understand your nervous system, just life becomes easier. It's like the magic pill, honestly. It's amazing. It does take a little bit of time. It depends on the person, Some people, they see results in 2 weeks, some people in a month, some people in 1 week, some people few months. Like, it really depends on the person. But I've experienced this work, and I was so fascinated by the results that I felt like this is my purpose. This is why I want, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, because there's nothing more I believe in than this work, because I had such a difficult past and I struggled a lot. This was the only thing that gave me real peace, real relief. I was able to truly, finally enjoy my life after I did this work.
Yeah, I mean, that's something really enlightening, I would say, because
Yeah.
these things, many people just relate to it, but they don't understand what to do. Just
Yes.
same thing that I told about journaling example. Like, people know that, okay, just start journaling and it will help you. It won't, because your body is screaming. It's not the journaling that's gonna help. It's not. These are all generic tools that people think they will work, but it's not. These are all different. If body is not feeling safe, then it's not gonna help at all, right?
These tools are amazing. Like, let's say journaling, meditation, they are amazing when you're actually in that safe, connected state, right? But when you're in survival mode, nothing else matters. Your body is like on high alert. It's like, we need to survive. So what happens, I told you, like, it changes everything, even your vision, like you become tunnel vision. So what does that mean in every day? That means you don't see possibilities. Okay. So when you are in that connected state, you see more possibilities. So yes, you can't override your survival mechanism. And these, like, our nervous system is very old, like it's like 500 million years old. So we can't override something like in us that's trying to protect us.
Right. That's amazing. Okay, so for anyone listening who's feeling like, all right, I get it, but where do I start? So what's one practical step that they can take right now?
Yes. So the first thing you could do on your own, if you prefer at first to dip your toe in it, educate yourself. So I would suggest people to go to Polyvagal Theory Institute. There's some videos there that you can watch, and they're truly like informative and enlightening. Like, I was like amazed when I learned what's on their website. The other one is Become Trauma Informed, at least. Take a workshop, take a course. This will really like help you understand yourself in ways like that nothing else will. When you understand your reactions and how trauma affect you, it will equip you to deal with it better. And the other thing is you can start regulating your nervous system. So you do it by, first you start noticing your body signal and listen to these signals. Like we said, it starts with simple things. If you need to rest. If you need to go to the bathroom, go. Like, I know a lot of people, they would hold themselves, they wouldn't eat, they wouldn't drink, they're just glued to the computer. And I know this because I was one of these people. I would override every impulse to like finish. Really need to like take it easy on our bodies. We need to have compassion for our bodies, and what also you could do is start regulating. Okay, so let's say you notice you're getting stressed, you notice being anxious. So regulate. So can you talk to a friend? Can you hug someone you love? Can you play with a pet? Anything that makes you feel good. And start noticing what makes you feel good. Maybe it's as simple as just, letting the sunshine come on your face and you receive it. Maybe listening to music while you do both, and, educate yourself, like we said, and take it slow. Don't rush. Rushing actually can dysregulate you, which means put you back into survival, because when rushing usually is a sign that you're going into survival. So take it slow, one step at a time. And and there's one tool I can give your audience to start using today. It's one of my favorite tools. It's called orienting. It's very simple and it works. This is one of my favorite tools, like I said, because I use that a lot and it helped me. So every time, like, let's say you're starting to feel stressed or triggered, you can, for example, stand on beside your window and look outside. And what you do you can slowly start looking around. You have to do it slowly and gently. Start scanning the room. You can do it right now with me. You can notice the texture of something that catches your eye. You can also notice the colors. You can hear the sounds, like what's happening in the background. Also, at the same time, you can feel your body on the chair or the floor beneath your feet. So we're not fixing anything. We're just noticing what's happening. I'm noticing I'm in this environment. I'm taking it in. I'm feeling my body on the chair. I'm noticing my breath. It's nice to take a pause, you know, it relaxes you. So this is how you gently guide your nervous system out of survival mode and into safety. Because sometimes when we're looking at the computer, our mind thinks like we are, you know, like in survival mode, because we only focus like this when, you know, we're in survival. So it's really good to take a pause, look away. It doesn't have to be a window. You could do this in your room. You could look at anything, you know, just do it gently, notice the textures, the colors. Yeah, and it's really good also to give your eyes a break, because when you're focused a lot, you're only using one part of, like one muscle specifically in your eyes. So it's good to relax that focus, look at something. Yeah.
So basically, there is no pressure to fix everything. We just have to notice.
Yes, and regulate as much as you can. Basically, enjoy your life. Start enjoying yourself. Stop focusing. I need to do. Take these breaks. Do something that makes you feel good. You know, I love that, because for me, I've always wanted to do these things that I enjoy, but I don't let myself do them because I was so brainwashed that I need to make so much money. I need to succeed. I need to feel safe. Like it wasn't a good life. No matter how much I made, no matter how much I achieved, I kept living in that cycle. More, fast, shifted. I was like, wow, now every day is beautiful. Every day is beautiful. Every day is enjoyable. I'm not in fear. I'm not in survival. What I have is enough. And that's really nice to feel that. And that's what people will feel. Actually, just one more thing I need to say. This is very interesting. Almost everyone who does this work, they realize like, oh my God, this is the missing piece that I was looking for my whole life. And I felt that. Almost everyone who does this feels that. So it's very interesting to see that common thing, like in people, like they feel like, wow, like this is amazing. Now I understand myself. Now I know what to do. And it changes, like we said, all areas, whether it's health, it's money issues, relationship issues, stress issues. Like it's really incredible.
That's great. I think the one more reason for that would be because it is very practical. It works, like it directly works.
It is.
There is no facade around it.
So
I think
works.
that is why I think this
Yes.
feeling, yes. Yeah, I mean, I know so many people are going to feel seen after this. Jody, this was one of those conversations that don't just inform, they heal.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear.
So thank you
Yeah,
so much.
I'm
Thank
so
you so much.
happy that I got this time to share. I hope this helps a lot of life changing. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna help a lot of people. All right, Jody. Thank you so much.
I hope so.